All right. Today is what day? December 1st. Woo, it's the first of the month. I don't have no rhythm, but that is the number one song that we like to sing around here on the first of every month. It like amps us up. I don't know what it does, but it's awesome. Um, but I am excited. Tomorrow, Annabelle turns 6. So if we're off the chains tomorrow, you know why. It's her day. We don't do anything on birthdays other than celebrate the birthday. So I was just going to go over quickly since the new challenge packs are kind of in the process, okay? I was sifting through there to see if they were on there yet. They haven't even updated what the new promotions are. So hopefully they're on. I know everybody is buying them. Coaches only, were able to buy them and do the hammer and chisel and do all that sort of stuff. So I know the challenge groups, internet wide are starting. So if you want to get in on that and you've actually purchased your program, I suggest that. I like to finish a program before I start another program. So I am going to finish Turbo Fire first. But that's just my deal. Excuse me. So the challenge packs, what they have 2 challenge packs set up, and one of them is, of course, the normal challenge pack with the Shakeology is $160. Then they have another challenge pack that is basically the performance line that comes with Energize, and it comes with Recovery, which that was kind of scary to me because I was like, ooh, people must need the Recovery to get that one going on. Hey, baby, I see you're on, but I don't see your handsome face. But anyway, that is also $160. So they're not changing the prices on those 2 challenge packs at all. And so I thought that was really awesome, to be honest with you. But I'm going to be creating a new document. I just want to fair warn you, people are going to be doing Christmas presents and all that kind of stuff. You will, maybe people will be wanting to buy things for Christmas, and you can give them incentives for all this. Yay! Hello, honey. So anyway, be prepared that, one of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight was momentum, and I think it's timely only because what you do tonight, today, tomorrow, the rest of the month is going to progress you and force you and push you all the way through the middle of next year, 3 quarters from now, okay? You know how Beachbody separates everything in quarters. So you can rank advance, you can add people to your team, you can get tons of challenge packs, whatever it is, you can help many, many lives right now. So by the efforts that you're putting in. So those are some awesome challenge packs for you to get there. Big shout out, Krista is still in the running to win the cruise, and she's doing a fantastic job. All those that made Success Club last month, I am proud of you. You pushed, you strived, you persevered, and you made it. Now it's good December underway, okay? That is really all for the announcements that I have right now, okay? I'm gonna just tell you kind of what we're gonna talk about. Other than momentum, it's broken up into like a equation, I guess you can say. I heard this, I don't know if you've seen it, but this message from Lindsay Matway, and she talks about momentum, and it has, ever since I just watched it when I was a new coach, and ever since I did, that is what I have had in my mind all the time. Now, some days I'm less than others. Some months are easier than others. Some months are harder than others, so the momentum that they're talking about, or that I'm going to explain to you, is one that is consistent, sort of like, a race that, like they talk about, what is it, the tortoise, okay? Slow and steady wins the race. Well, that's the kind of thing that she's really describing. That is really, I watched it, I don't know how many times. I watched it again, I don't know how many times, like 3 times, 4 times, just to get it ingrained in my head and in my heart, really. Okay, so it's Fi over T multiplied by G equals M. So you see what I'm talking about? It's an algebra theory. So I'll repeat it again. Fi over T multiplied by G equals M. And the basic concept is focus and intensity over time multiplied by God equals momentum. Okay? To break it down, if we talk about focus, this is really what she was describing, really that resonated in me, is everything in our life is there around us can distract us from what we really want to do. Okay? If you're a mom, you got kids, lunches, food, meals, diapers changing. You know, Chris has got a sick kid right now. Then you got, you know, school projects and homework, and dads or moms, even, you have work, that you have responsibilities at work that you have to take care of. And honestly, there's also the minor distractions of cell phones, internet, TV, all this other crap that can take you away from what your goal has really been. So what you really want to focus on is where are you headed? Is there something that is taking your focus right now, keeping you distracted from what you really are trying to maintain? Is it like, it can be, okay, so one thing that it is to me is the TV. The TV can be a good distraction for me because I feel like sometimes it's my brain dump time. Like between the kids and doing the things that we have to do as parents and as wives or husbands, sometimes you just don't want to do anything. You don't want to think about anything. You don't want to have another conversation with someone and really put yourself into the conversation, if that makes sense. But as business owners, we have to be focused. We have to be goal-oriented. We have to be time dedicated. And our focus has to keep us in line with where our goals are, if that makes sense. One thing that she did mention was, when you started this business, what was your why? Really, what was your focus? And one thing, I'm in a group and someone described a why as not I want to get out of debt why. Not I want to quit my job why. But there's something that resonates inside of us that really dictates a real outfelt meaning of a why. So I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm like, well, I do want to get out of debt. Anthony was able to stop working. So that was really a why, but that's kind of a goal that's already been accomplished. So now what is my real why? Well, then I really started to dig deep and really figured out my why. And that it was like awestruck for me because I've said it over and over again, but I think I've lost track of my real why. I want this business to be fruitful, to multiply, to be, changing people's lives, to be changing my life, my family's life. And then I was able to realign my focus. Now, the next thing I had to figure out was the I, the intensity, my passion. Money couldn't be my goal. It couldn't be my ultimate goal. It had to be something more valuable, not monetarily. It had to be something inside my soul. Passion attracts people. People can feel the passion in your words, in your videos that you're making. It can be a silly face. They can see how inspiring you are, that even though you're sweating your butt off, your face is blotchy and red, or you have a freaking kid on your stomach trying to do an ab workout, that you can still inspire someone, and that your passion is to better yourself. I was talking to somebody, and they were just talking about business and business and business, and I was like, shut up. It's not all about the business, but it's not all about me getting this sexy body and doing all that also. There's more. There's more to it than that. Yeah, that is a plus. But if you talk or listen to any of these upper coaches, say the top 500 coaches in the business, what once was solely based on them has turned outwardly, and they focus more on people. Their passion has changed. So it did become it was like a selfish gain, but it totally did a complete 360, and bam, they're changing lives. They're able to freaking buy cars for their dads. I was crying like a freaking baby. If you haven't seen that post, you need to watch that video because I was crying like a baby. So intensity, the amount of passion that you put into your posts, your videos, your workouts every day, your, if you're talking to someone just out and about, they're going to feel everything that's coming out of you. If you're having a shitty day, you better fix it because they're going to feel it. They're going to know that you're having a crappy day. You don't want people to feel that. Because coaches, 8 out of 10, we do have rough days, but 8 out of 10 are positive, they're enthusiastic, they're energy driven, they absolutely love talking to people. If you haven't figured that out yet, most of you haven't even been to a summit yet. When you go to a summit, you will see that they love talking to people. Okay, they're approachable. Other coaches are really amazing. They're just average, ordinary people. But so if you take the focus and the intensity, now we're moving on over time, because that's the slow and steady. One thing that she said that was so amazing was, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in 2 weeks from now. Some people instantly get it and they just have it. But there is something that is called focus, time and focused intensity over a long period of time is bringing these coaches to where they are. That's where these top coaches have, if you've noticed or paid attention to any of their stories, they really started to see things in a year's time. Then it's multiplied from there to 2 years' time and 3 years' time. But what they've really focused on is the consistency of everything that they're doing. They have been disappointed. They have heard no. They have heard, I can't do it right now. But they didn't give up. They found something that kept them motivated, kept them attracted to what they wanted to do. They were goal-focused in helping people change, and they won. They really started to create something for themselves and for others because they are sharing and helping consistently. This business is not an instant fix, as you can tell. You don't lose 20 pounds overnight. You don't just wake up and it's melted away and you're, 120 pounds with a 6-pack of abs and walking down the road in your bikini or in a Speedo with amazing thighs and chest and pecs and all that other crap that y'all have that y'all are worried about. It just doesn't happen overnight, okay? Just like the business, it doesn't happen overnight. We have to take time and focus and figure out what works for us and what doesn't. You have to figure out your niche, how you can talk to people. What is your relating thing that keeps you engaged in a conversation with people? Look at your sort of like clientele, the people that you're attracting. Look at that. How do you relate to those few people that you're attracting right away that you are getting on your teams or in your challenge groups? That is what your niche is. That's your following, okay? Figure out how you talk to these people when you do it. Do you follow the form or do you have your own way of forming with them? Everybody's heard like the Big Bad Wolf story, okay? Blow the house down, the straw, blah, 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 and then they come to the brick. Your ultimate goal is to be the brick, to be the strong, steady foundation of the house. your house, your business. That's your house. You want that time that you have engraved in your house, in your body, in your work ethic and all that to be what drives you to the next thing. Okay? So we have focus, intensity, over time, and then everybody has a spiritual side of them. But mine, Anthony's, and a few others that I do know of dedicate a lot to God, prayer, things like that. And in that, the way I look at it, and it was so true and that is one of the main reasons how I related to this algebraic equation for momentum is because, did I say it right? Is because I did a lot of prayer at the beginning. I was in a shady spot. I was weak, and I needed something else to help me. I needed a stronger force to be brought in with everything and all the efforts and all the time and energy that I was putting into this business and to myself to multiply my efforts right in front of me, okay? We started praying. At first, I was praying for me. I was praying for Anthony, praying for the kids, praying for my house, that kind of thing. Then it moved in. I'm praying for the people I'm talking to. Then as our team started growing, I'm praying for my coaches. I'm praying for the team that we don't even have yet, for the future people that are on our team. I'm praying for my challengers, that they would be enlightened and understand the goodness that this is giving them. And like people we were messaging, we were praying for them, letting them know that we're praying for them, even if they weren't believers. I engulfed God in everything, and he started to do magnificent things within the whole beach body, within the whole house, my soul, my husband's soul, everything. And with that, adding him at the sole source of it all made everything possible. So I know that at first I wasn't a very big goal setter. I didn't dream big at all. I really wasn't. But slowly but surely, I'm beginning to dream bigger. I'm beginning to think bigger. Things that I ask for and things that are like on my goal board and things that are in my heart that I really don't even talk to people about are happening. They're happening at a steady rate. They're happening in God's timing, but everything is in full force momentum. Everything is moving together, continuing to go, continuing to drive. And I know in that, then the momentum that I have prepared for, it's going to happen. So just like you went through the first few quarters of this year and you made your power of threes. Maybe the power of three doesn't work for you. Maybe you're just a notepad and paper kind of person. Maybe you're a note taker in your phone kind of person. Chalene Johnson swears by using your phone because it's always with you. If it's always with you, then you're never going to forget about it. You know, like that's crazy to think about. Like our phone is always with us, so why don't we just use our phones? Granted, you know, maybe you need to put it on your refrigerator and put it on your mirror and put it in your car, and you need it more than just your phone. Whatever you need to do to make sure that you are being consistent, making sure that even if you have someone that is like, I just want to go for a walk with you. Can I go for a walk with you? But it's your power hour time. Maybe suggesting, can I do it in about an hour? I really need to put this effort into my business right now so I can be freed up later to do what I want to do also. People are understanding. And if they aren't, I'm sorry, but those aren't the right kind of people, if you ask me. So our actions, our everyday actions, whether they're towards our kids, towards our family, towards our business, towards our workouts, drinking our Shakeology, our personal development, whatever your actions are that help you grow as a person and as an entrepreneur, they will show in your fruit, everything that's coming, all that momentum, all that, everything that's out in front of you. If your team is growing, if you're growing, everything will come out. So, what do you want to come out? What do you want to see happening? That's really where I want to leave you. One quote that I heard someone say was, let your learning turn into actions. Learn from our mistakes, learn from our gains, and make them appear. They have to happen in order for you to grow. They have to happen in order for you to make that sturdy, sound foundation to build the business that you want to see 6 months, a year, 2 years from now. So, focused intensity over time creates momentum for our lives, and with God, all our desires have got the power to meet our dreams. So, dream big and let things come out of you with force, if that makes sense to you. To me, it makes total sense, only because I want to be confident in what I'm doing. I want to be confident in who I'm raising as far as my children. Annabelle talks about being a Beachbody coach probably every single week. She makes videos about working out and drinking Shakeology and doing the yoga and the Body Beast. Those are her things. So I know that what I'm doing is going generationally. So, do you guys have any questions? You can unmute.
Add something. Another big part of that too, of what everything that Jennifer said, great call, baby. You were in this to help people. Okay, you are building a business of helping people. The only way that you can help people is by being consistent. The only way that you can build a business is by being consistent. If you are consistent every single day, think about, you know what, let's take it back to a story we all know, okay? The little train that could.
Little engine.
Whatever, same thing. Some of us know it. You know, the momentum, especially in this business, if you want to get to where you have freedom financially, to where you can look at your boss and go, all right, deuces, I'm out. I'm going to go hunting on a Wednesday. You know, if you want to be able to do that, then what you have to do is you have to build that momentum of climbing that hill, and it's tough. It sucks sometimes. Sometimes there's just moments where you don't want to talk to nobody. Or you
I think you froze.
That's because your mom called me.
Oh.
So if you want to be able to build that momentum, you have to work your ass off to get to the top of that hill. If you're not going to work your ass off to get to the top of the hill, you're never going to get that coast on the way down. It's going to take work. You're going to have to hear all kinds of dumb shit. Okay, people are going to say things like, is it a pyramid scheme, for the 5th time? Or they're going to say things like, well, I'm too lazy to work out. That's because you don't work out. You know, that's really expensive. Wait, you're telling me that replacing all the crap that you eat with something that's less expensive is too expensive? You're going to hear a bunch. But the thing that you do is you read your personal development so that you overcome those battles. You overcome those battles in your mind. And you become better, because when you read your personal development, you have more inside you to give. Mm-hmm. Okay? And that's a fact. So that was a great call, baby.
Thanks. I know why she's calling. She's calling for Chicago Fire. Anyway, but I challenge you to find your why that is your driving force, and figure out what you need to do consistently to bring the momentum that you want to see to crush your goals. That is really all it is. And honestly, I told somebody today, I said, it started out being me. I was me focused. And then there was like this click. I don't know what it was, when it was, but there was a click. And it wasn't about me anymore. It was about the person that has diabetes that can't control it. It was about the person that is so overweight that they can barely walk. It was about the person that they're suffering from migraines daily and have no freedom from it. It moved on to, I have a friend who has social anxieties. Well, this is a perfect thing to overcome social anxieties. I mean, you got to talk to people, but it takes the fear away because we're talking on a computer or on a phone. It helps you grow in that aspect. It's so empowering. I can't even express it enough to understand where this can take you in 6 months to a year to 5 years. I've heard it over and over and over again on every national wake-up call where the people have started and where they are now. And one thing that I do want to say is ordinary people can do extraordinary things. We are ordinary people who can do extraordinary things all over the world for everybody all over the world. Through the to the press of our finger, to the dialing of our phone, to walking through the grocery store. You never know who you're going to meet, and you never know whose life you can change. So that is all I have. So I love you guys. Thank you for coming out tonight, and I wish you all a wonderful week. And somebody catch the Rocket Nation team call tomorrow and give me your insight on it. I'm going to listen to the recording tomorrow because, like I said, it's Annabelle's birthday. So I wish you all a wonderful night and a wonderful week. Bye, guys.